Yo, we need to talk. Pridewine's newest tier list, they're getting out of hand. Alright. Hey, what is up? Gib here, okay? We've got a updated tier list by Pridewin here, but I'm also going to make my own at the end, so stay tuned for that as well. But I see Pridewin's tier list, and they are wilding out for Zenless right now, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to discuss that, give my thoughts and stuff like that. But, you know, if you guys have any, criticism or your own thoughts, definitely feel free to comment them down below as well. Besides that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to sub up. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/gib. All Zenless, doing a bunch of Zenless stuff, other games I play as well. But yeah, besides that, let's get right into it. So they have a new tier list for version 1.6. This is the Sanby patch. Trigger hasn't come out yet, so she is not on this tier list. They have a new changelog with a whole lot of text on it, but pretty much this just means they moved down people because of XYZ, which is just Sanby coming out, to be honest. But I don't think that should be the case. My biggest thing, though, before really going into this and actually looking at it, is one of the things that they say for their criteria in roles is that all characters are assumed to be utilized in their full best three-man team and played with optimal rotations without mistakes using best just drive main sets. That is a big thing we need to keep track of here. All characters using max level disc. All discs are okay. They're good. They've got decent rolls and stuff like that. 5 stars are at C0 and 4 stars are at C6. And their weapons that they're using is some sort of kind of free to play weapon that's accessible to people. Like a DPS character on attack, they're probably using Brimstone. That's pretty much what they're saying there. All right. So let's go into this. Let's break down this tier list that Pridewin has going on right now and why I have a problem with it. So first, starting off, Sanby coming out, she went into T0.5. I think that's okay, but I don't know if she needs tier 0.5 yet. But the reason why, also, I think this is kind of weird, is because Sanby coming out made everyone else move down. And I feel like that should not have happened. So in DPS here, we have Miyabi, right? We have Sanby, Bernice, Evelyn, and then Yanagi. And then tier 1, Jane moved down, and now she is sitting in tier 1 with Piper and Zhu Yuan. Now, I think they're smoking a little bit cracker, I'm gonna be honest, okay? There's no world that Zhu Yuan is in the same tier as Piper, okay? I know some people want to say Jane and Piper in the same tier. That's also not true. But Zhu Yuan has not fallen off. Let's get real here. Okay? We're talking optimal play style, optimal gameplay. Even without the weakness, you're getting that stun. Zhu Yuan is blowing up the enemy. Okay? This is a crazy thing that they've got going on here, I gotta be honest. Next is they moved Ellen down to tier 1.5, but then they moved Haramasa and Soldier also down. Now, as a Soldier 11 guy, you'd expect me to be like, whoa, Soldier 11, not tier 0? Now, obviously, I'm trolling there, but I still think, I've been saying since the start of the game, Ellen and Soldier are the same, and lighter coming out, it made it even more that they are the same. I don't think there's that big of a gap. There shouldn't even be a tier gap between them. But another thing is, by having Haramasa and Soldier here, it means that they are significantly worse than all of these characters, which I don't think is really true, to be honest. I think if you're playing most of the characters in Zenless optimally and you have a good build on them, you will clear the content in a pretty reasonable time there. Not even reasonable time, a really fast time. The recent Shiyu, I've gotten a, 110 clear, 120 clear on the first half for Soldier. I seen a lot of Haramasa clears getting crazy times on the Electric Week half. Close to Sanby times, honestly. Now, I don't think everyone's got to be getting, everyone that's playing Haramasa is going to be getting Sanby times, obviously. But I do think they are severely underrating Soldier 11 and Haramasa. I don't think they should be dropped down this far here. Then we have tier 3, Billy, Grace, Nekomata, and Anton, and Corin. Also, okay, I've seen some crazy, I want to talk about Ben too. There is one YouTuber guy, I don't know what their name is, but they're like a Ben Bigger DPS main. It's really high investment, but I think the fact that they do that is pretty crazy. You know, give my guy Ben a tier 3 for that. Also, realistically, no one uses Ben as a support. I think anyone that plays Ben probably uses him as a DPS. Honestly, just move him over to DPS and put him in tier 3. Let's be real. Anyways, though, yeah. Grace, though, Grace fall off has to be studied. She's fallen off since the start of the game. Grace really was, like, never good. She was just an anomaly character. We got more anomaly characters. She got gapped. Nekomata, also garbage. As soon as we got Jane, she got gapped. Piper was already beating her at the start of the game. Kind of crazy. I don't think Corrin's that bad, but she's definitely below, these people. Also, Anton is not that far below all these people. I don't know whether there's a gap between Billy, Grace, and Nekomata. Like, they have, like, a big gap in between Anton and Corrin. I don't know. I feel like there can't be that big of a gap between them. You know, Anton and Corrin mains, feel free to come out of the woodworks here and be like, yo, is this guy spitting or am I, am I spitting or am I shitting? You know, let me know. But yeah, I don't think there's that big of a gap between all of them. I think all of them can sit in tier 3. If anything, Anton is probably way better than Grace. Grace should probably be at the bottom of the list. There's no world you want to play Grace in like anything in the current content of the game. Unfortunate, because I liked Grace. I played her a lot in the beta, but yeah, Grace, she's just fallen off. I think a big thing with Grace is she's an anomaly character doing physical damage in a world where all anomaly characters do only their type of damage. And you might be like, oh, Miyabi has some attacks in her basic attack string where she does, like, physical damage. It doesn't matter. Grace is just, like, all physical damage, and she only gets anomaly from her grenades, and they don't have enough scaling for it to warrant that type of playstyle. Anyways, yeah, biggest thing for DPS tier list for me, I don't think Soldier 11, Haramasa, and Ellen should be split. They should be in the same tier. I think Jane and Zhu Yuan, I don't think they really need to drop yet. If anything, you could say Jane and Piper can be in the same tier because there hasn't been any physical weak content in the game. But I think they're kind of underrating Jane. I think there's a sheet showing the weaknesses of Shiyu defense. I don't think we've had a physical Shiyu weak since Jane has come out. Or if we did have one, it was like only one of like 6. So, I mean, they're just kind of anti-Jane. And I know they do try to make these tier lists for Shiyu, but yeah. I was going to also bring up another thing I want to talk about is Deadly Assault, but they say this is only for Shiyu. So, yeah, I think they might got to start getting on a Deadly Assault tier list. Hey, Pridewin, hey, reach out to me. I got you on a full Deadly Assault tier list. I got to be honest. I'll give you a full Deadly Assault tier list. Deadly Assault changes a lot, though, so they would have to constantly update the tier list. I feel like Pridewin, they don't really update their information that often, because they get their info from other TCs, right? I think they haven't gotten their info enough from enough Zenless TCs, I'm gonna be honest. Like, not that there's that many or anything, or TCs are like the Bible or anything, but, like, I think they need some opinions on people that actually play the game. This tier list kind of seems like it's made by someone that doesn't play the game, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, but besides that, I think everything else is good. Also, realistically, I'm going to go back to 0.5, actually. I don't think Silver Soldier Anby is 0.5 yet without trigger, but then that would change everyone else. If anything, what they need to do, what they have to do is go, maybe 0.5 could be Bernice, Evelyn, Yanagi. Then tier 1 could be Sandy until Trigger comes out, because Trigger's not out yet. The thing is, though, she doesn't need Trigger. Nicole Asher's really good with her. Nicole Asher's really good. That's another thing. We don't know how much Trigger's going to improve her, Obviously, Trigger's going to be an improvement, but how much? Yeah, I'm iffy on that. Like, I think she's fine here, but I feel like she wants Trigger to really be solidified in the slot. I'll discuss that more when getting to my own rankings. Let's go into Stunners. Stunners is not really much to talk about. We have Lighter and Chingy. They put an eyeball on Chingy. I don't really like Chingy playstyle and everything, but Chingy as a character, I've got to respect it. She is kind of just an all-around stunner. She is kind of still a pretty good character, pretty solid. She gives you the stun multiplier. If you need to stun the enemy to do your damage, she's there. Zhu Yuan, still a very solid character. I don't know why they had the eyeball on her. Because realistically, if she goes down to Light Cone needs to go down. But there's no reason for that to happen. Lighter is the GOAT, undisputed. Light Cone, yeah, he just does Ice Sting. He's beat by Lighter. Then we have Kaleda and Pokora. I feel like C6 Pokora can do a little bit more than Kaleda, low-key. You have off-field damage and then off-field stunning, and then if you have C6, you get the 30% damage increase. It is 30% though, and Kaleda does have her teams with Evelyn, which is maybe why they kept this, because if you think about it, Pokora is just for Aftershock, and Kaleda's for chain attacks, which is Evelyn. I think, you know, if keeping that in mind, they could stay in the same tier. I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like 4-star Anby is pretty bad. But like, she can only go down so far, you know, there's not enough stunners to compete with. All I'm saying is like a year from now, 4-star Anby is like tier 4, easily. Next. Support characters, more disagreements to be made, Okay. Super hot take. Okay. Astra, Nicole, Lucy tier 0, Caesar 0.5, Rina tier 1, Sokaku tier 1, and then Seth I think can also be in tier 1 or in tier 0.5. He still has his anomaly stuff that he does, but he can't be at the top. Now I'm gonna say he's tier 1. I would put Seth in tier 1 here, and yeah. I don't think we have enough anomaly stuff for Rina. A lot of people don't know Rina is a really good pen buffer, but unless you have her M1, keeping up her uptime is kind of annoying. And yeah, when she's M1, she's like tier 0.5, tier 0. But until then, I think tier 1's a pretty solid spot. Besides that though, Nicole 100% should be tier 0. I don't know why Nicole's not tier 0. Nicole was tier 0 at the start of the game. Astra came out, she's still tier 0. Because now you just play her with Astra. The fact that you can play Nicole and Astra together and get almost the same value as lighter for like an Evelyn or a Soldier 11 comp, I feel like is insane. The fact that she should be tier 0 easily. Besides that though, I think that's what we're looking at here. Let me know what you guys think about my tier list stuff here, but let's get to the MS Paint going on my final thoughts here on what I think these should really be sitting at. So we get this, you know, bang, insane production skills right here. Okay, insane production level. Bam, we're going into Paint. Okay, we have insane production level right here. Don't hate on the production level that we've got on here. This is world class. We're gonna get these, and I'm just gonna put them. We're just going to put them at the bottom here. The only thing with Paint is zooming in and out is kind of weird. Like, why is it so scuffed? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's so scuffed. Also, because I did that, now I can't move my thing. Hold up, there we go. Okay, big. Okay, we're going to have them like here. This is all one tier. Okay, this is like tier 3. Okay, bam, tier 3. Because for whatever reason, they go tier 0.5, tier 1, tier 1.5, tier 2, but then they don't have tier 2.5. Where's tier 2.5, huh? All I'm saying. Anyways, okay, so let's do some movement here. Also, while Miyabi is insane, okay? Nah, Miyabi's insane. I was gonna say, like, I've been playing a lot of Evelyn, but I play Evelyn with her Sig, so, but I did play her without her Sig a lot. But Miyabi is just kind of the GOAT. Like, she just clears everything in the game, brain off. But you're also playing all these characters at their best with their best teams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, only thing here. Okay, Zhu Yuan. Why are we dropping Zhu Yuan? Let's be real here. Okay. Next, okay, but realistically, right now, if we're going to include current Shiyus, right? I think low-key, all of these are same tier. Am I crazy to say that? All of these are tier 1. Right below the other characters, because they don't have their weakness. Let me find out. Is it crazy to say that? Like, I don't think... Okay, biggest thing, I don't think there's a 0.5 split between Ellen, Soldier, and Haramasa. There just really isn't. But if we're going to include the Shiyus, right, and that there hasn't been any physical week, they should be all in tier 1. But if we include physical week, Piper has Disorder, Jane has Disorder, and they're anomaly characters. So I think that puts them here. I think we'll give them the anomaly booster, you know. We'll say they're playing against Physical Week, okay? Let's say they're playing against Physical Week. There hasn't been Physical Week in so long, though. I don't even know. Like, Jane could be 0.5 still if Physical Week. We haven't had any Physical Week, so it's impossible to know what Jane's, like, current rating is. Even Deadly Assault doesn't have any Physical Week. I don't think we've had a single Deadly Assault that's been Physical Week, actually, which is crazy. In fact, we have Physical Resistance usually, which is insane. They're kind of just anti-physical. Stunner, I think, is valid. Like I said, I don't think much really needs to move here. I think Lycone really, at this point in the game, though, is only 0.5 because Miyabi exists. Because he has Ellen, right? But if Ellen is this far down, I feel like then he shares the same thing as Pokora and Kaleda, where he's good for one character, right? Nah, I'm saying it. Because we're going to get more Aftershock in the future. Let's be honest. This is Hoyo. All these go together. Yep. If Kaleda supports a tier 0.5 character and Lycone supports a tier 0 and like a tier 1.5 character, I think it evens out. And Pokora supports another tier 0.5 character, and she can support more when she's C6 because she's way better than using 4-star anby. I think 0.5 could be pretty valid here. Next. Supports. I think we just move these up. That's it. Move these up. Rina and Sokaku. I think just by, you know, they just move up because, you know. And Seth, okay, I don't know why we're acting like Seth is the worst character in the game, okay? I feel like Seth can go here. Honestly, though, in current state of the game, it could look like this, but that might be crazy. But I'm going to go like this. We might be onto something. I think we might be on to the finished product here. Alright, this is the finished product. Tier 0 Miyabi, tier 0.5 Sambi, Bernice, Evelyn, Yanagi, Zhuyuan, okay? Tier 1 Jane and Piper, tier 1.5 Haramasa, Soldier 11, Ellen. Tier 3, you know, all of the other 1.0 characters, Grace, Billy, Anton, Nekomata, Korin. Big. Honestly, they don't even have to go in tier 3 because you can. I'm pretty sure you can clear all of the content in the game with these characters right now. You know, besides like maybe a Deadly Assault that's like crazy. I'll keep them in tier 3 because some of them are kind of just like absolute garbage. Like I feel like Nekomata is just terrible. If you're gonna play, unless you just like Nekomata for some reason, like if you're trying to play a physical, you just play Piper. Realistically, I feel like Korin's got to be better than Nekomata. Someone could, you know, inform me on that, but I feel like Korin has got to be better than Nekomata. At least Korin has, like, days build up, and, she does a lot of damage when the enemy does get stunned. I feel like Nekomata, it kind of just hits like a noodle, you know? It's kind of weird. Anyways, though, besides that, this is my list. Stun, you know, has got their stuff. Support has got their stuff. Okay, I'm thinking about support, actually. I don't think Lucy can be in the same tier as Astra because Astra does do the same thing as Lucy. Now we're finalized. Lucy is really insane, though. But this is it right here. This is the final product. Final locked in. The only thing is, Lucy's better than Sokaku, but Sokaku is, I think people underrate, Sokaku's still pretty good for the ice characters we do have in the game, and we're about to get another ice character, which probably is going to raise Sokaku stonks. This is finalized product right here. Bang, bang, boom. Alright, we're going to call this, okay, this is the gibbb, okay, 1.6. Signed, okay, bam. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here. Goodbye.